dentist. This story is about a young beautiful girl called Quing Ang. When she was 13, she had braces fitted to her teeth. At first they hurt very much, but after a few weeks she started to feel more comfortable, and then she got used to them. The braces stopped her from eating her favourite foods like toffees, apples, spinach and bubblegum. They made a terrible mess. One day Quing Ang ate durian before going to school, and she forgot all about her braces. "Ooh, what is that smell? Yuck! What do you have stuck in your teeth?" one of her friends said loudly. She rushed out of the class and looked in the bathroom mirror. She sighed as she picked out the chunks of durian from her teeth and felt a little embarrassed. Some of her friends teased her and said horrible things about her new teeth. "How can you kiss while wearing those? And you look like a shark." But she knew that in the end her teeth would look more beautiful than theirs. Many students in her class wore braces, and they used to discuss the foods that they could or could not eat and ways of cleaning their teeth while wearing the braces. A few months went by, and then she started learning English with a kind and handsome teacher from England. Quing Ang thought that her teacher was very wonderful, but she made fun of his weight, and it made him feel sad. She learnt quickly, and her English improved each and every class, and during her studies she noticed a young handsome boy called Bak, and thought that he looked wonderful. She continued studying in her handsome teacher's class. She used to smile and was nice to Bak, but he never noticed her. Time flew quickly by, and the students in the class changed. Eventually, Bak stopped learning in the class. She felt sad, but as the weeks continued, she forgot about him and continued learning. After about 2 years, she too stopped learning with her lovely teacher and prepared to go to high school. The exams were difficult, but she passed them all with high marks and good grades. Her first day in high school was terrible. She got lost many times and was late for her classes most of the time. Then, as she scampered around the corner, she bumped into a boy and dropped all of her things onto the floor. The boy didn't look angry with her. Instead, he bent down and helped her to collect her things. "Thank you very much," she said politely, and the boy just smiled. At lunchtime, she saw him again and sat down opposite him at the table. "Hello again. Is this your first day too?" she asked while smiling. The boy smiled and said, "You don't recognize me, do you, Quing Ang?" Her eyes opened wide. "How do you know my name?" she asked inquisitively. The boy smiled again and said, "It is me, Bak, from Mr. Paul's class. Do you remember?" Her face changed from white to red as she felt deeply shy for a few seconds. She caught her breath and replied, Yes, I remember you. You like football, don't you?" Her words made her sound like an idiot, and her face turned even redder. Bak looked into her eyes and said, "You know, I always liked you, and I thought that you were the most beautiful girl in the class." His words made her feel strange, but incredibly happy. Then he looked at her teeth. "If you didn't wear braces, I would ask you to be my girlfriend," he said in a sad voice. Quing Ang looked pleased at his words. "I am going tomorrow to have the braces removed," she yelled happily. "Then we can be a couple," she beamed. He shrugged his shoulders and nodded his head slightly. "Yeah, I guess so," he said in an uncaring voice. Then the bell rang and they returned to their class. The next day her mother was very busy and arranged for her uncle to take Quing Ang to the dentist. "Good luck, honey," said her mother as she left the house. They arrived at the dentist's office a few minutes early and walked up the stairs to the dentist's room. Quing Ang sat down in a chair and her uncle sat beside her. Her uncle seemed besotted by an assistant that was sitting a few spaces away, and he started flirting with her. "Do you want to go over and talk to her? I will be okay, said Queen Ang to her uncle. Just then the dentist walked in. It was not her usual dentist this time. So what can I do for you today? He asked her uncle. Oh yeah, take them all out, please, replied her uncle in an uncaring voice. The dentist shrugged his shoulders as he placed the mask over her mouth. Breathe deeply, it will be over soon, the dentist said as he started to feel sleepy. When she woke up, she got a terrible shock. All of her teeth were gone. She started screaming and yelling, "What have you done? What have you done?" The dentist explained that he had misunderstood her uncle and that he was deeply sorry. He offered to replace her teeth with the most expensive ones available. He smiled and asked, "What colour teeth would you like?" She smiled and said, "Pink with yellow diamonds, please." The dentist shook his head and replied, "No, white, yellow or black teeth." Queen Ang thought for a moment and then answered, "White, please." After a few hours, her teeth were finished and they were amazing. The next day she returned to her school and everyone said that she was more beautiful than they could ever have imagined. Bak thought so too, but he had to wait in line. Queen Ang had plenty of boys chasing her now, and she was very happy. The end. Thanks for listening. See you next time.